And new at 6 tonight, a battle is being waged on the UC Santa Cruz campus, a battle of sorts, one that, if won, would have worldwide implications. Researchers at the Jack Baskin School of Engineering believe that they are close, ever so close, to developing a vaccination to prevent HIV. Action News reporter Phil Gomez joins us live in Santa Cruz with more on the groundbreaking work.
Well, Aaron, the vaccine is years away from actually being distributed, but UC Santa Cruz researchers are optimistic they are close to a breakthrough.
We have learned a lot in the last few years. We learned that you can prevent HIV infection by vaccination.
It's a long process that began 30 years ago for UC Santa Cruz researcher Phil Berman. An earlier vaccine developed by Berman was tested in a clinical trial that took place in 1998 in Thailand. Berman redesigned that vaccine using new information scientists learned about HIV.
So you have to find a population where there's a high rate of HIV infection, and you vaccinate people, and some get the vaccine, some get the placebo, and after maybe a 3-year, 4-year, 5-year trial, you count how many people became infected in the vaccine group versus the placebo group.
It works like this. The vaccine with antigens stimulates the immune system to produce neutralizing antibodies.
Nothing came directly from the virus. In that respect, it's like the hepatitis B vaccine or the flu vaccine. So these things they're meant to fool the immune system into thinking they've come in contact with a bacteria or a virus, when in fact they haven't. They've come in contact with a part of it that's been created to trick the immune system.
Health experts are cautiously optimistic. According to the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention, there are more than 1 million people living with HIV in the United States, and more than 50,000 become newly infected each year. And 1 in 7 Americans are unaware they're infected with HIV. But until an HIV prevention vaccination is on the market, safe sex methods should remain the norm.
I think that one of the biggest messages here is that we should continue in our prevention efforts and trying to practice safer sex. And that would be the best benefit to our well-being.
Berman says his research is close to a prevention vaccine, but we're not there yet. There's more clinical trials to be done, more than likely in southern Africa.
There's more infections in southern Africa than any other part of the world, and so a lot of vaccine testing and infrastructure has been created in southern Africa, and so we expect that any new vaccines we make will be tested there as well.
Professor Berman says they test the vaccine on people who are likely to become infected over a certain period of time, and usually that rate of infection is pretty low, 1 in 3%. Aaron?
All right, Phil, thank you. Berman tells us that the earliest he could begin clinical trials, probably 2 years, and it would be an early stage clinical trial and could last another 4 to 5 years to determine if the vaccine actually works.